So really, I don't really want to make this too long, really. let me take a sip of this shit real quick. Shit. So yeah. So this is you know, you can check out the Instagram page, simple yet innovative fashion jewelry. If you wanna, you know, buy something for your girl, for a gift. What else? Probably anything really. You can buy for a gift, Valentine, birthday. Just because you want to buy somebody a gift, you know, you can get them a bracelet, an anklet, or a ring. You know what I'm saying? So really, I just wanted to make a quick video about Ninzo. Yeah, about me, really. Just about me and what we're gonna be doing with this channel moving forward. So, you know, my name is what? My name is who is that? I think it's Eminem, right? I'm not too sure. But yeah, where should I start? Ninzo. Yeah, Ninzo, that's my name, Ninzo. Ninzo means a whole bunch of stuff. It's a whole bunch of so how I got that name, I was young, and my auntie, you know, she used to come by my grandma's house where I used to stay, right? And I don't know, bro, life just gave me this name. I didn't even research this name, because really it was Nins, and then it was Ninzo Blinz, and then Ninzo Blinzo, and then I solidified it as Ninzo. Everybody call me Ninzo. You know what I'm saying? Just that I solidified that Ninzo, and then you got, yeah, that's the end right there. That's what solidified it, the Ninzo. So yeah, it was just mostly, you know, me going through life, and really it means Ninzo means, in terms of the English language and the best that I could portray it to what it means to y'all. I mean, how I could perceive it, you know what I mean, is to see the beginning to the end. You know what I mean? So that's, we all have that ability to see the beginning to the end. We all could do Ninzo. We all could, you know what I mean? You have the ability to Ninzo. You know what I mean? Go in, and a vision, go in a vision, have a thought, right? The thought that I have, you like it, you know, it resonate with you. So you go deeper into the thought. So that's the other end. So you make the thought, you go in, Ninzo, just the nin part. You make the thought, you have the thought, you want to dive in the thought now. You know, it could be perceived as overthinking. You could overthink it when you agree to the thought, when you realize that it could be a thought you could go by, a thought you could implement, something you could keep working towards when it comes to building an idea or whatever you want to bring into reality, in terms of different terms of bringing your dreams to reality. You know what I mean? So that's that. Going in again to kind of like the vision. If you have a thought and you ain't like it, you ain't gonna think about it. You ain't gonna think about it, right? So yeah, so that's the end. That's the other end. Zo, to see the as above, so below. Meaning you could see the whole. You could see many different angles of what you just put yourself into as a whole scenario that you would like for it to play out in reality. You know what I mean? So you know the ups they're gonna have to do, and you know the downs they might have to have patience with, and you know the way to come down, you know the way to go up in terms of completing your goal, bringing your goal in reality, having patience. Might seem like a downtime, whether it's business, relationship, ain't nothing. It's just having patience, and relationship ain't going down. But you know, in terms of being in reality and people, when relationships hit a certain curve or a certain timestamp in which the relationship might be deteriorating, the relationship have to be remolded, you know what I mean, reshaped again, have a different purpose, you know what I mean. Some of us have sex and that might be the purpose to stay again, you know what I mean, depending on how you're dealing with yourself properly, you know what I mean, and your partner, check. But you know, Ninzo, so you got a Z, the letter Z, which each letter has a meaning. That's why you put a couple of a couple of letters together to make a word, to spell something, to cast something, to say or communicate what space you're in, where you're developing, how you're developing it, and how you would like to see it be developed in terms of helping people perceive what's on your mind as well, right? And then the O in Ninzo, the O mean see what I'm saying? You just connect everything and you know you decide on something. You know what I mean? We ain't supposed to be deciding on paying for natural food. We ain't supposed to be paying for that. And me in a way humanity make that the decision. How I could decide that. How I could agree to that, sorry. And decide that. You know what I mean? So you got the people who run in the system and you got the people who upkeeping the system. The citizens upkeeping the system. These people running the system, like pouring ideas out to make this part of the world run their worldview, or how they want to see things. You know what I mean? So you ain't make these roads, you ain't make these street lights, you ain't make the reason why we need a car in the first place. You ain't make the reason why there is planes. You ain't had no partake in that in terms of when there was doing the experiences of humanity. You know what humanity went through. You know what I mean? So you me and how y'all see things, but like it's like it's like one thing to me. Like humanity is like one thing, and they got no, but at a point in time, we didn't know there was other people. Then at another point in time, in humanity time, we knew that there were other people that was doing similar things and coming from different areas that we didn't know about. Sometimes we used to trade with them, you know what I mean? Trade before colonization, we used to trade with other people, like especially Canadians and the indigenous people of North America, you know what I mean? But you know, now it's separate, so it's United States then Canada, you know what I mean? But Canada, Chinaman coming from the east, actually coming from the east, and sometimes coming from California way, coming up through by Canada, between Canada and by Alaska, you know what I mean? Chinaman used to come, cause it used to be shorter, because you can come from Asia to America. There is shorter air routes, you know what I mean? But to give you all the effect of the reason of why you have to pay so much, or even pay to go to another country, is because there's many different reasons. Colonizations to keep money flowing. Obviously, it's always about the money. It's always about their money. It's their money. You know what I mean? So they always want to have different. But I don't even know. I may really want to use my brain for this fuck. I'll be honest with you, like, cause I could sit down here and come up with the best scenario on how I could help y'all perceive it. Me want to use my brain power for that at the moment. You know what I mean? So let's forget all of that there. Not even forget. Let's just say that there are cheaper routes and there's cheaper ways and actually less harmful ways that things can be run, but it's not being implemented because that is not the purpose of society. Purpose of society is not to grow. It's to keep them in society and keep them poor and keep them paying bill. Who is Bill? I want to meet Bill. Tell Bill I want a one-on-one. Whoever is Bill. Bill, you gotta get I want to fuck you. I want to fuck you up. I ain't gonna lie, Bill. Whoever is Bill, let me meet that nigga. I need to meet Bill. Who's Bill, bro? Bill. Why do I have to pay for you, Bill? I'm the one running society. I'm the one going to work and making sure everybody get what they need to get and shit. Why am I paying for water? Okay, you paying for the system. Why isn't school more focused on the young children doing that shit? Learning how to upkeep these systems. All the kids in New York, all the kids in Ohio, all the kids in Baltimore, all the kids, they know how to make sure the lights is running because they want the lights. See, that's the thing. We never asked for no lights. So it's like they think they doing us a favor. Nigga, we ain't asked you for the roads. Nigga, we ain't asked you to pay for this land. Nigga, I don't even want to pay, like, have an apartment. Just give me some land. The bushes will protect me. Look, there's bushes in the forest and shit that is, like, naturally waterproof, bruh. That's easily a roof right there. As long as you're not getting wet and you got cover from the wind, you can live any fucking where. But we ain't asked for no street lights. And then they ain't even want to teach us. They don't even want to teach us how to shit just phony. The whole thing is just phony. But you know, back to Ninzo. So the O stands for you. So know that you see your thought. Know that you see the steps that it takes to. This is really earthly teachings, you know what I mean? This is earth teachings. I teaching you earth, you know what I mean? How to make sense of what we're doing before we do it, you know what I mean? So this is earth, you know what I mean? So the element itself, what the element is pointing to as what is earth in terms of in the mind. Earth in the mind is practicalizing, making sense, putting one on one, organizing, how do I say it? Topics, a topic, what's valuable, why we want to talk about it, why is something even worth talking about? Because we value it, we want to nurture it. Earth, you know what I mean? We want to plans, earth, you know what I mean? So to make a plan, you gotta make sense of things, connect this and connection, making sure everything's sturdy. Plans, I've done construction before, so it's like, this is, you can't dispute what I'm saying. It's not to say, I ain't saying it to say like I know anything. I'm just saying it's not disputable. While I'm saying what I'm saying, I am trying to dispute what I'm saying, and if I can't find, but anyways, so the O in Ninzo is to say, is to portray you knowing what you're about to make sense on, you knowing what you're about to decide, you know what I mean? Remember, you're in, well, majority of the world ain't tracking their thoughts. They know they're having thoughts, but they're not tracking it. Like, okay, then boom, I catch a thought, let me analyze it, see if I want it. If I don't want it, and this thought making me want to be mischievous, like make me want to pick up this rock and just hit the dog, or you know, just different decisions, whatever kind of space you in as a spirit, while you're walking, talking, jogging, anything, however your spirit, whatever space your spirit in is where you're gonna make up to decide to do, you know what I mean? So some people make up to decide to do a lot of fucked up shit, you dig? So it's like, good luck to you, and when you meet your maker, because you're making your mind, you're making up your mind. So when you meet your maker, you're meeting your mind. This is the result of your mind. You check it out. So the time is now to change that shit and get better and do better and feel better, and yeah, you feel more complete, you feel more fulfilled, you know what I'm saying? Just tap in with everything and everybody. Not like, okay, first of all, that's a colonized thought, because ain't everybody supposed to be around everybody, first of all. So that came from being colonized. That thought right there came from being colonized, because we all know There's villages, there's counties. You're not from the same county. Y'all don't move how we move over here. So all I'm saying is, cause I'm peeling back layers, peeling back. What I'm saying is, give niggas land. It's so much land. Why are you making people pay for land? Look, I'm not even complaining about me only, cause I still gotta pay my rent. You know what I'm saying? I still gotta pay my rent and shit. But I'm not talking about just me only. Fuck me at this point. I'm in God body right now. Why y'all paying? Why y'all making people pay for land, pay for water, and still not teaching us at a young age? Which at a young age is when you're supposed to teach and embed things into children. So y'all not even doing what y'all say. Like, we coming up with all these stuff to make sense of, and y'all still not implementing it at the government. I'm not talking to citizens at the moment. I'm talking to the government. I'm talking to the people running government. I'm talking to the people running these corporations. I'm talking to all those people. White white class, middle class, high class, low class. That's white man. That's white man's story. That ain't we story. That's his story. That ain't our story. We don't give a fuck. Like, what, nigga? As long as I got yams, sweet potatoes, what else? Lettuce, different shit from the earth. I don't give a fuck about no class. Give me space. Give niggas space, bro. Let niggas have why y'all making people pay for land? That is absurd and that is insane. People think that y'all have people thinking they intelligent. Like, y'all know this too. Why y'all fucking with I mean, it's all up to y'all. It's whatever y'all want to do. You know what I'm saying? We just come down here and, meet y'all face to face, like how it will always be up there. We talk to each other at the government. We talk to each other in terms of the mind. Like, anybody that's like thinking about why the fuck the government is how they is, like, in God's world, like, y'all is not protesting, but y'all is protecting God. Y'all don't even know that. Like, I'm protecting God right now, talking. Like, God is all, but God has different sides to itself. But we can't even see the matter of fact. I ain't even gotta use that mind state. But God is all. So I don't get why y'all making all pay for what all made. If now we gonna dive into one lostness. If God made all of this land, why are y'all making all of us pay for what God or all made for all of us? Doesn't make sense. Gotta get eradicated. Hurting my brain. I don't get it. I'm not trying to be a tyrant. I'm just trying to be Ninzo. But I will say, they was fucking with me with that name, so I just made my own word. So Azasou. So that's my new name, really. I don't go by the English language Ninzo, but you can call me Ninzo if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You don't know how to make your own, because the video about to be over soon. But if you don't know how to make your own language and into that type of stuff, then it's just gonna be what it gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So we already talking English. I ain't gotta act like I can show y'all how to make y'all own language and make y'all own words, and yeah, I can show y'all how to do that shit too. So you can tap in and call your own name, make your own nicknames and your own words, and make it your own meanings and stuff. Or I can just show you the Native American that taught me. Shout out Dolo the Parliament. Just watch Dolo the Parliament videos. That's about it. But that's it. I'm out. Ninzo. I'm gone.